It's not an excuse, but I just feel like Luka specifically is the poster child of what makes Boston's offensive scheme so effective. And that's limitless initiators. Boston's advantage isn't that they have a superstar, it's that they have 6 stars. These are overqualified role players and stars. Like that's it. That's really it. Even Al Horford, in my opinion, is an overqualified role player. If he was on Philadelphia, back with Philadelphia this year, for example, he would have been probably their third best player. This is what makes Luka, I think, look really bad. Guys are just going to take turns beating the snot out of him. They're just going to take him over and over and over again. And with the offensive load that he has, taking 26, 27, nearing 30 shots a game and trying to facilitate, it's just going to be that way. It's almost like the opposite of Rudy Gobert back in the bubble, when people were saying he was exposed for not being able to guard on the perimeter. Reality was their perimeter defenders were awful. Just feel like Dallas schematically should have tried to find a way to fortify against Luka getting crucified when it came to point of attack defense. Rudy Gobert is your best defensive player, and his strengths are at the rim, sure, but that doesn't mean that you can just not try on the perimeter and just assume it's going to work out. Same thing with Dallas, with Luka. It's not like you can just rely on Luka treading water and then being nuclear atomic on offense and it'll work out. I don't think that's fair. To Boston's credit, that's what you're supposed to do. With a top-heavier opponent, you got to wear them out. And then in addition, that superpower of Boston's of having limitless in on-ball creators and scorers, that just means that Luka doesn't ever get to rest. You can't hide him on somebody who's not going to crash the board or somebody who's not going to be a threat to score or take him off the dribble. Whereas in the previous series, for example, you could stash him on Jaden McDaniels, where he's not going to move off the line. He's not a crazy effective outside shooter. They were going up against a team with much fewer initiators and scorers. So that just makes it easier for Luka, again, to not expend so much energy on defense, but also not to get exposed. That's just a strength of Boston's.